Let us discuss excretion. The day-to-day activities in living organisms create enormous amount of wastes in the form of gases and nitrogenous wastes. If these wastes are kept in the body, it may be quite harmful for the organism, hence has to be eliminated, and this is done by the process which is called excretion. Excretion occurs differently in different organisms. For example, in simple single-celled organisms, the excretion process is quite simple and it occurs by simple diffusion, wherein the gases and the waste is transferred to the surrounding by diffusion process. In more complex organisms, they have specialized organs which perform this function. So it occurs differently in animals and also differently in plants. Let us discuss excretion in human beings. Human beings, we had seen that previously by the process of respiration, enormous amount of waste is generated in the form of carbon dioxide as well as nitrogenous waste. Carbon dioxide is eliminated by the lungs or the respiratory system, while the nitrogenous waste which is dissolved in the blood is removed by our excretory system. The excretory system comprises of the following parts, which include two kidneys which are located on the sides of your backbone. These two kidneys are connected to the urinary bladder with ureter, which is a fine delicate collecting tube, and this urinary bladder finally ends into urethra, which expels the waste outside the human body. The waste which is mixed in the blood is flown to the kidney. In the kidney, if you observe the fine structure of kidney, it comprises of enormous number of capillaries which are known as nephrons. The basic structure of nephron comprises of a cup-shaped structure which is known as Bowman's capsule, which consists of glomerulus and an extensive network of capillaries which collect the waste. Now the arteries that flow with the waste in the blood combine or connect to the Bowman's capsule, and there the exchange of waste material happens inside the Bowman capsule. After filtration, the blood moves out of the Bowman's capsule via veins and is transferred. The waste which is collected in the Bowman's capsule flows through these minute capillaries into the collecting tube. From this tube, via the ureter, the uric acid or the urea which is collected or filtered from the blood is transported to the urinary bladder. Now as the bladder gets filled, it expands and it is controlled by muscular movements, and it also has a connection with our nervous system. So we can basically control the urge of urinating. Now when the urinary bladder is filled with the waste materials which is collected, this has to be regularly eliminated out, and this is done by the process which is called urination. Now let us discuss excretion in plants. Unlike animals and humans, plants lack a well organized excretory system. That is, they don't contain kidney, neither do they contain urinary bladder or urethra. So how do you think plants perform the process of excretion? In plants, there are several methods by which they eliminate the waste materials. For example, during photosynthesis, the enormous amount of waste material created, and the major waste material created is oxygen. Though it is byproduct of photosynthesis, but it is toxic to the plant and it has to be eliminated. This oxygen is eliminated by the process of gaseous exchange through the stomata. The other waste materials which are created inside the plant body during metabolism are eliminated by various other processes, like this food is deposited or waste material is deposited into vacuoles in older leaves, and when the older leaves are shed, the waste is eliminated from the plant body. If you carefully observe the bark of older trees, you might observe and liquid substance or gummy substance oozing out. This is nothing but resins or gums, and that is another waste which is created by plants during the process of metabolism and is eliminated. In plants, they also store the waste materials in old xylem in the form of resins and gums. So these are the various processes by which plant perform the process of excretion.